against the Tennessee Volunteers and the Oregon Ducks. Restate the state. Oh, again, Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
When you talk about decibels, making it hard to play for the opponent, the first stadium you've got to think about is Autzen Stadium in Eugene, Oregon. This is one of the most acoustically challenging places for opponents to step onto the field. The loud and the proud, the Ducks make noise whenever opponents come to town. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. The Volunteers ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. He'll bring it out. It's Hill. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Using his legs, it's Davison. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 16.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. He might want another play. Keep it on the ground. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
Now, 4th down.
The one thing that can derail this offense, a bunch of 3 and outs. They won't do that here, but they might go 4 and out if they don't convert. Has to get there to move the sticks. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. The Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. The run to the left. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Throwing more. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. Quarterback making checks. Moore from the gun trying to convert 3rd down. It's complete to the left. Breaks a tackle, and he might go. He's got the sideline going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line. These 2 guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Here's Moore to throw. Fires to the tight end.
Well, great job making the tackle there. Now setting up 3rd down in your own red zone. This is a stop you have to come up with. You want to give up field goals in this area of the field, not touchdowns.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd and short, the power run here. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
And this offense, I don't think this is going to be a surprise. I think the offense is going to stay on the field. You've already seen it once on this drive, and they've already been successful. You know how hard it is to defend when there's an extra down, and they do it over and over again? So I think this offense will continue to stay aggressive like they were on the last 4th down.
Trying to get it to the marker. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Ducks!
And that is what a team of this caliber is expected to do, right? They've got the better number beside their name by all the metrics, by a talent standpoint, coaching standpoint. They're the superior team, and they just drove the ball in the first possession of the game, and they looked like scoring a touchdown and asserting their dominance.
On the move from inside his 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Wants to throw on 1st down. Still looking, on the move. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to him.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
They get to him as he throws. Intercepted. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the 2nd quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Running inside, it's Bishop. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. The stop it. He'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
And that's a good sign for this offense. A good 3rd down conversion, running the football. Obviously, last possession was not what you want. Like the interception, the turnover. Good to get back on the field, get that first down. Now see how much more they'll be aggressive and maybe want to throw the football and put that mistake behind them.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Power football with the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Trying play action. He's moving out of the pocket. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And that's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB's scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion.
And the Volunteers will send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Looking for a crease. It's Davison. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
Here's the give off the left side. Getting that push, a pickup of 4 out to the 26.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Facing a 3rd down and short from the 26. Might be calling a hot route. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. This 3rd down a little longer after that penalty. Moore. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. The Ducks will call on their punt team. Not a lot of room to field this one. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Bishop. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. They'll move the tight end. He's in open space downfield. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Fires to the big fella. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. They'll rush to the line. Clock stop for the 1st down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. He goes right back to the air. Couldn't quite hang on to the pick, and he will be thinking about that one for a long time.
Oh, that hit him in a bad spot, right in the hands. Great play. You still get a pass breakup, but, man, that could have been an interception by the defender there. Nice break on the football, but secure that big fella and get the 6. Get the pick 6.
Misfired on 1st down, back to the air on 2nd. Just a short pass to the tight end. The Volunteers will call their 1st timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of... Got a little grass. Running through contact. Touchdown, Tennessee. Great job by the back on the option. The extra point here would tie the game. And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And he closed the deal by racing 35 yards to pay dirt. He'll bring it out. It's Davison. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the 1st half. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On the run, it's Hill. Tried to fight his way through that tackle, but he's brought down. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. Right back to it. He gets across the 20-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 23.
I'd love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? Dante Moore. He hurls one deep down the left side. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
And the Ducks will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the button, see what he can get. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarm him under for no gain. Just enough time for one final play in this half. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking downfield on 1st down. Blasted as he lets it go.
And you get more and more hits on the QB like this right there. More and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. He'll start to speed up that process. So nice job by the defense making that quarterback feel very, very uncomfortable.
To the air on 2nd down. Stepping to the right. Throwing on the run. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. The Ducks will boot it away to start the 2nd half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Tennessee starts this drive as the offense takes the field. First drive of the 2nd half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the 2nd half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss. So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? On the ground, it's Bishop. He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short. Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Off the play fake. Quarterback adapting. Going to try to get it himself. And he's not going to be able to wedge his way there. The defense with the stop.
And listen, obviously, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on fourth down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time they weren't able to come up with it. I'm curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
They'll try it over the left side. There's some room. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
After that flag, they spot the ball inside the 20. It's 1st and 10. They'll try the run. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. On the run, it's Davison. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can pick up the first without scoring. They'll try to run for it. Touchdown, Ducks! With that, they grab the lead here in the 2nd half.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. He'll bring it out. It's Morris. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. The run inside. It's Bishop. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22.
Nice 1st down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run or high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a 2nd down and long situation.
Let's send the tight end in motion. Out to the 27. And the Vols want to move quickly. To the ground to try to move the chains. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
Well, when you've had the day that this guy's had so far, why not hand it off to him on 3rd down, right? At this point, you're almost basically expecting him to find a way to pick it up, and he does exactly.
And the defense, they've got him at the 27. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. 1 more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Looking for space. It's Bishop. crowd gets behind this defense. The play-action fake. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And the third down pass is incomplete.
And the QB leaves the pocket and he scrambles out and he goes to his right. And I love it.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Looking for a deep man. Makes a catch. Converts on fourth down. Is still on his feet. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. The Vols are marching down the field. Wide receiver going in motion. Could not make his way to the corner.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
This is the type of play that could be a pivotal moment. Tight game, third and long coming. Wants to keep it in the air. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. Got room on the return. At the 30. The 10. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Oregon.
And all this defense has done all game long is be absolutely dominant. They have been shutting them out, whether they've tried running it, whether they've tried throwing it. They've been creating takeaways. You get the pick six right there. You just can't say enough good things about how this defense has played today.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. On the run from inside his own 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. So here is the Tennessee offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do. Because of that singular instance, I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Tight end now in motion. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Gonna take a shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
The offense has got to find something here in the fourth quarter. You can tell pressing a little bit. They need that big play. They want that big play to try to make this game a better ball game. Took the shot. Unsuccessful, but I wouldn't be surprised if they take some more of those.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. He's got it down the field. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the third down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
Here's a heat. They got him. Great pressure by this defense. This offense thought they had the defense reeling on its heels, but the D stands tall and comes up with a sack.
Yeah, but why not, right? If I make a big play, I got no problem going back to it. But the defense said, I got you. I understand what you're doing. I know you're going back to it. They were ready for it. They had the answer for it, and they got the QB and got his butt on the ground.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Lets it fly. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, obviously. After that incompletion, now setting up third down, you've still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this game.
Escapes the pressure going right. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought... All
right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on fourth down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Going back to the well, another deep ball. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. Timeout is called. It's the second charge to Tennessee. And they can take a moment to try to build a little momentum, get the right play called after picking up the first down. Looking to pass inside the red zone. He's got it on the run. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. The Vols will now use their final timeout. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down. They'll go to the air on second and short. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Well, quarterback off target on that one. And in this two-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
They're going to throw it on third and goal. Looking to the end zone. Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. Defense ends this game in style, coming up with a turnover, and now they can just kneel it out.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. The handoff, keep working on that clock. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Trying to impose their will with the run. Maybe a crease. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. You get a play like that and you feel like you can go in and finish the deal. It'll be 1st and 10 from just inside the 50. On the ground, it's Davison. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Really nice job stopping the run, but the problem is you have 0 timeouts left. You cannot stop the clock right now if you're the defense, so this has got to be excruciating for them. They know the offense is just going to take their time before they snap the ball.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And that's exactly what I want from my offense. Like, listen, they're out of timeouts. I want this clock to tick. Now, we have seen some college coaches across college football continue to run the football and also give up the football and give a gift to the other team. This one's over if I just take a knee.
That will be the final play as they make the stop, and the clock has expired here. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, 2 really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today. The higher-ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations. They've got so much talent. They look good today.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. Welcome to Autzen Stadium in Eugene. It's the Michigan Wolverines and the Oregon Ducks. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Guys, checking in with the Wolverines head coach before the game. This is a challenging environment, bringing his team in here against a very quality opponent. This has so many implications for postseason, rankings, strength of schedule, all of those metrics. But more important, he knows how hard it is to get a win here on the road. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. And the Wolverines headed toward the ball, and we're ready for action. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. On the move, it's Davison. Oh, he's got some space. He rumbles out to the 39-yard line before he's steered out of bounds. The Ducks get a fresh set of downs with a fast, hard finish on that play.
Fast is the word. As long as I can remember watching Oregon football, it's always guys that can get the football, get downhill, get back in the line of scrimmage, run the next play really fast, but it always starts with the ground game.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Trying the left side. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
When a running back gets going and gets a head of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Throwing more. Moves away as he feels pressure. He'll pull it down and run. Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2. And man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? They'll move the wide receiver. On the draw, it's Davison. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Here's more to throw. Safe completion on the screen. Runs through a tackle. Shakes a man, and he might take off. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20.
Gotta love this play call early in the football game. Like the quarterback, get in a rhythm, run a screen play, get it to a playmaker, create some space, move the sticks, get a 1st down. Nice start for this offense.
They are in attack mode already in the red zone. It's 1st and 10 from the 20. Trying to run, it's Hill. There's a crease. Heading to the end zone, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Ducks! You thought it was noisy when the Duck rolled out on that motorcycle? Decibels through the roof in the House of Loud.
And what a great job getting this crowd going early. This is not one of the biggest crowds in the country, but Alson Stadium is one of the loudest places you will ever be in, and they love their Ducks.
Coming out with it, it's Marsh. He gets it across the 25 to the 27 after bringing it out of the end zone. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Here's Underwood. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And quarterback's accuracy goes way down when you start to get him on the move. And you want to make it go way down even further? Pop that sucker. Nice job making him move, scramble out to his left, and then a good clean stick on him. That's two things he has to think about on one play.
So now it's second and long. Underwood fires to the big fella. Gain of 6. They're looking at 3rd and 4.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable. Really putting this up.
Here's a little room there. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
And these 3rd downs obviously are so crucial, and that's why you call them the money down. But just to get the drive started, man, you get the 3rd down, you get a little bit nervous. Nice job executing, running the football, moving the sticks, and now keeping this drive moving.
Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
This defense is going to have to do a better job slowing down the run. We've seen twice now in this opening drive. This guy break one. And so this defense has to do a better job at the point of attack, and their D coordinator probably is already thinking to himself, well, I have to get another guy in the box to slow this guy down.
The Wolverines in the hurry-up. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Turning it on. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Michigan.
And that's a big problem for this defense. When you get that guy in space, it's hard to catch him. You got to bottle him up near the line of scrimmage. Palmer, too much daylight too early in that run.
Yeah, you're right, David. And I think that's what makes this guy unique. With his skill sets, you just know it's a matter of time. You just keep giving him the football. Good things are going to happen. Long touchdowns are going to happen. You saw it right there.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. On the delay, it's Davison. Works his way into the traffic and picks up 3 to the 17. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Using his legs, it's Hill. Finding some room. Off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
To the ground, he's got it again. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. The offense changing the play. On the draw, it's Davison. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately, a 3-yard loss. The Ducks racing to the line in a hurry-up.
Booster, booster! Box, box, box! Return, return! Ready, go!
In the gun on 3rd down, Moore. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Trying to take it back. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Michigan! The defense takes matters into its own hands.
He made that look a lot easier than it is. When you break on a football, you got to see it and go at the perfect angle. The free safety leaves his spot, goes and gets it, and then does the hard part, takes it back to the house for 6.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Davison. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Got enough for the first. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
He had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. They're going to ride this running back. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
And you think the defense is dialed into this guy? Like, he's already had such a great start to the football game, and you know they're using him. Great job by this defense. Great adjustment. Great job being downhill, physical, fast right now, and getting him stopped.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11.
Ready, ready! 129, 129! Ready, go!
Looking for space. It's Davison. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Could be an alley. And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chain.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking, more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
And the Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. They'll run it to the right side. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to adjust the pattern. The give to the left. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. Running inside. It's Davison. Across the 25. Breaks into the saved a touchdown at least for now.
And how about that on third down? You give it to your playmaker in the backfield, and he's able to use his speed to go get the first.
He's a guy that you should be focusing on with this offense. He's definitely a game breaker. He's a guy that they start.
And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Ducks!
This has been a back-and-forth battle with a lot of football left to go. Really nice job executing on that rushing touchdown. If they get this extra point, this thing is all tied up.
And the extra point is good. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards, and they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. Looking for a gap. It's Marshall. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
He'll run it again. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on third down here in Autzen. Fakes to grab. At midfield, he's got room. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game, marking at the 47. Here's Underwood to throw. Unloads to the wideout. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Marshall.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's third and short. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Maybe a tad out of field goal range and way too close to punt it. Kind of in no man's land, so they'll go for it on fourth down. So they were getting up against the play clock, and they don't want the penalty. They'll take the timeout here. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And that decision will be questioned for a while.
And the defense chooses aggressiveness. This fourth down and short, man, and they blitz, they bring some pressure, they get home. And here's what they did. They sped up that RPO decision. Quarterback threw it, I think, a little bit before he wanted to, force the incompletion, and get the big fourth down stop.
Running behind that left side. Maybe some room here. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Right back to the well. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the first down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for one or two more plays. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. He's going to try to knock one through from 49 yards away. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. The Ducks will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get...
Punt, and he's got room. The 30, the 20. Touchdown, Wolverines. They take the lead with the 6. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
And if you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
Under fire. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Fielded in the end zone, it's Hill. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. So as soon as they step on the field here in the third quarter, they find themselves trailing, and now they'll try to answer with a score of their own. Hines is way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28.
I like the poise by the quarterback on that play, too, because a lot of times as a quarterback, you see the blitz coming, and immediately you want to audible, you want to try to throw the ball, but he knew that he had a good run play called, and he knew he could leave it on. Heads-up play by the QB.
Takes a handoff. It's Riggs. Got enough for the first. Turns it on at midfield. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that play.
The Ducks have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Play clock was down to 2 seconds, but they call a timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. So close to cashing it in for this offense. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal.
You gotta have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm gonna start, and I'm gonna stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Never getting stopped on that 2nd down. Don't be surprised if the offense hands it off to him again here at the goal line on 3rd.
They keep nudging it closer, but now it's 3rd and goal from the 1. Trying to punch it in. Touchdown, Oregon! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. It's money time. I've got to be more physical than you. And that's exactly what this offense just did. Put the ball on the ground and put it in the end zone.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. On the run, it's Marshall. Got room at the 35. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. At the 30. Bust through behind his pad. Touchdown, Wolverines! Just blew his way through a couple of defenders and reached pay dirt.
Well, we see the home run on offense, but defensively, we've got to do a better job tackling. You've got to get hats to the football, and then you got to bring the ball carrier down. Poor fundamentals, poor tackling helped lead to that long touchdown.
And the extra point is good. He'll bring it out. It's Hill. He stopped there, but a good return coming out of his own end zone gets it to the 28. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And I'd go back to him again after that first carry, but the defense more ready. They're more alert, dialed into the running back. They're like, listen, we've given up one big play. All eyes on him. Nice job getting the guy on the ground.
Looking for room at the 40. At the 45 on his way. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9.
You cannot let that happen to you defensively. That is the definition of getting gashed. They didn't have one guy in their front seven even get a finger on that.
And the Ducks have it with a 1st and goal. Running the red zone. It's Riggs. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
1st down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
He wants to change this route. They'll keep it on the ground looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! They are lining up the scoreboard. Every touchdown has an answer, it seems.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. They'll put this one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. Gonna run it. It's Marshall. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the third quarter. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. We take a moment to look at the stats of what has been a tight ball game. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the first down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Running back searching for a hole. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. The run inside. It's Marshall. Might have a chance. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards, and good things are happening.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. They'll run it on the counter. Maybe a pickup of 2, and they'll stop him right there. And that takes us to the 2-minute timeout. From the 36, a third down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. Throwing, Underwood makes the grab. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up.
Talk about stepping up in a huge moment of the game. This guy's been relatively quiet throughout the game, but here in a 2-minute situation, he makes arguably the biggest play of the game so far for his offense. Nice job.
Back to throw, it's Underwood. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game.
And that's exactly what this defense needed. They needed to have something positive. Give up some yardage. They've given up some plays. No big deal. Got right back in it on this drive with that big sack.
They've got some serious work to do to keep that last one from messing up this drive. 2nd and 19. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And it's caught at the 10. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work.
And that's better protection up front by these guys. You give up a sack the play before, you got to give your quarterback some time. They do. And another thing that I really like, guys, what he did right here, you don't have to take a shot. You don't have to get it all back in one play. Nice job getting it out of your hands and now making the third down very manageable.
The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this third down. Breaks it. Got enough space. Touchdown, Michigan! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth. Big Blue with the response.
This is an offense that has so much confidence. They believe they're able to win the game when it matters the most. They've got the playmakers to do it. You saw it on that last touchdown. Now taking the lead with less than 2 minutes to go.
And he puts it down the middle, and the lead is 3 here in the final period. He'll bring it out. It's Hill. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. They're going to run it to the right. Shakes off the defender. He'll make his way out of bounds. Nice pickup, and more importantly, he gets the clock stopped. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Might as well stick with him. Picks up the first down. And he's brought down after a nice game.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it'll be hard to stop.
He's trying to get them set quickly. They have to get the ball into field goal range. Looking for room. It's Riggs. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And this offense tries to run and unsuccessfully. Nice defense up front. Nice job playing the run and the pass in a passing-type situation. Offense, they've got to get a little bit aggressive here. They need points on the board late.
Creates a little space. Knocked down in the backfield. And, boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Got to move quickly here. They need to get it to field goal range. He'll try it again. He cannot get there. It'll be fourth down. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on fourth down. Trying to do it on the ground. Makes it past the marker. He stepped out of bounds, and that'll stop the clock. Great awareness there on that run.
And it's really tough in that fourth and medium range because you're still thinking pass defensively, and they're late reacting to the run. How about the play call to be able to call the run with confidence, execute it? Nice job by the offense getting the fourth down conversion. First down, new set of downs.
Might as well give it to him again. Got a little grass. That will be the final play as the clock strikes 0 here. Guys, if you want to go strictly by the rankings, I guess this was an upset, but to my eyes, we saw two. State Buckeyes. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
I caught up with the Oregon head coach before the game. He understands both teams are in the top 25. Both teams are quality with a lot of talent on the rosters. But he believes this stadium can make a difference. This crowd has proven to be one of the best in college football. They have been pumping in crowd noise all week at practice to make sure they are prepared for this moment. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. The Buckeyes will kick off first, and here we go. He'll bring it out. It's Davison. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Going to run it. It's Davison. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
As Holly mentioned earlier, this home crowd can create a huge advantage. They'll try the right side. Creating good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Running to the left. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles. And those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
They run it, they get the first down, and look at the offense. Right back on the football, ready to crank this tempo up.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good in the next game.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. The give on the counter. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Give to the running back. 7-yard pickup on that one. Is now 2nd and 3.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Takes the handoff. It's Davison. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number one. It was priority number one. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
Got enough for the first. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks!
How about that first drive? The hardest thing to do in college football is win on the road. They're the underdog coming into a hostile environment. What do? Possession one, go right down the field and shut everybody in this building up.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and he capped it off with a 27-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Saying, oh, they're after him, and he never had a chance.
And you could tell this offense wanted to create a little bit of space being backed up, but how about the D? Coming out firing on all cylinders, getting the sack on the very first play.
And the Buckeyes now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wants to throw. It's Saying. He tries to take the top off. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
You hear about shot plays all the time. Offensive coordinators love to take deep shots down the field. They plan them. They plan when they're going to do them. And I bet you we'll plan to see a few more throughout this game.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Under fire. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call, and they want to make explosive plays.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. 4th down, Saying. Rushes on him. He'll take the deep shot. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. Welcome to Jordan-Hare Stadium in Auburn, Alabama. It's the Oregon Ducks and the Auburn Tigers. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
I caught up with the Ducks head coach before the game. He has been warning his players all week. They're in the top 25. They might have the most talent, but he understands this environment is insane. This crowd has proven to be one of the best in college football, and he understands they can disrupt play calling, communication at the line of scrimmage. He has been playing crowd noise all week in practice to make sure his players are prepared. Nice.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. Ducks ready to kick it away first. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Brown wants to pass. Looking for space to the left. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. That was not on the opening script of plays. The turnover as the defense makes a play early.
I love the offense coming out being aggressive on the first play of the game. They're trying to take momentum right away, but the defense was waiting, and they were ready, and they get the interception. You can't start a ball game better than the way the defense just did there.
I'm about to say, the defense loves that they came out like that, too. Like, expecting the pass, played the pass, made the first big play in this ball game, the very first play of the game.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Looking for room, it's Davison. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
That's such a great physical play by the defense, because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
They'll keep it on the ground. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on him.
They want to run it left here. There's some room. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. They're certainly not out of field goal range here, but they want to try to pay off this drive with a touchdown. They'll go for it on 4th. Trying to keep the drive alive. There he goes. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon!
And they just keep feeding it to their workhorse back to open this game. Great job in the open field. He's got tremendous vision. He can make people miss. You saw all of that on display here in the opening drive.
And he makes the extra point. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football.
Wheels it in, no onside. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
One big play, and you go from a little backed up to threatening. It's 1st and 10 from the 40. Brown will throw it. Here's the pressure. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
One of the big risks about being in an empty set is that you don't have tight ends or running backs helping you out in pass protection. And that time the quarterback got hit right before he let it go, and that's why that ball fell incomplete.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. looking to fire. Right down the middle. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Just like we expected, this home crowd getting involved right from the start. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Got enough for the first. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Mark it out of bounds at the 46. No matter what uniform the Ducks are rocking, they are dressed for success on the ground.
And that's who they are, right? They're dressed for success. They run the football, and then after that, what do? They run it some more, and they run it fast.
Oh, he found a space on the right. Big run there. Gets it inside the 20, all the way down to the 14 before he goes out of bounds.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like, I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches, I'm getting a first down. I'd say the offense will be in a really good position all game long.
They've got this defense reeling after that last play. Now it's 1st and 10 inside the 15. Early movement on the offense will push them back a bit. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So frustrating for an offense to just give away yards with false start penalties. Using his legs, it's Davison. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line? Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Leaves it with the running back. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. Oh, this crowd wants it. They want to roll Toomer's corner, but right now they want to stop on 3rd down. He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, and they've finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
And they decide to trot out the kicker. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And this one is perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Brown wants to pass. Pressure coming. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Back to pass. Fires deep on the run. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Flying down the left side. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line.
And this defense is figuring out early in this football game, man, they've got to be dialed in because this passing attack, it's lethal because they get it to their speedsters, and after the catch, they're really good. Got to tighten up that coverage and get those guys on the ground when they catch the football.
You know, you're in the red zone, you bring out a bunch of tight ends on the field. So the defense, they were expecting a run on that one. They were physical, and they were able to force the negative play.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Looking to fire. Escapes the pressure to his right. And it's caught! Touchdown, Auburn!
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time.
Oh, he's got some space. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains. 1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line. They'll give it to him again. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. And the Ducks headed quickly to the line.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Quarterback may change this route. Running inside. It's Davison. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
That has got to be so demoralizing for the defense. You haven't been able to stop this guy all game long, and here on 3rd down, they're handing it off to him anyway because they don't think you can stop him. This defense right now, you see a lot of people hanging their heads a little bit because they're not playing with tons of confidence.
The Ducks with the 1st and 10. Running it to the right. Creates maybe a crease. He'll get it out to the 43-yard line. That's where they mark him out of bounds, and this offense is starting to do a little work.
Defensively, with all the space now and spread football, there's so many opportunities where it's one-on-one tackling, and it's really hard to do. It's hard to get guys to the ground that are so talented. That's why defenses have to swarm to the football, get multiple guys there. That's your best chance to not have broken tackles.
And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. The Ducks are facing 3rd and inches. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Turning it on. At the 20. Touchdown, Ducks. He got loose, and it was lights out after that. Saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
And they tacked on the extra point. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Brown will throw it. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Hit as he throws. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Nice job by the quarterback trying to buy time and scrambling to the right, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. He wants to take the top off. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing
going over the top. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down.
And I feel like that was predetermined.
Guys, look at this. I'm surprised. They're going to gamble and go for it here on fourth down. On fourth down, trying to find his man. He'll pull it down. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down?
And I don't know how to explain that one. Fourth down and long, the percentages are low anyways, and on your side of the field, that is not the way I want to create momentum or start my first half. I'm not sure what they were thinking on offense.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Moore. Caught in the backfield, it's Davison. Breaks into the open. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Ducks! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They add insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he tacks on the extra point. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Brown wants to pass. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Oh, he didn't get past the marker before starting his slide, and now it's fourth down. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Looking to throw on first down. He's going to take off. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half.
And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
As a quarterback, you've got to give your receiver
Welcome to Autzen Stadium in Eugene. It's the Ole Miss Rebels and the Oregon Ducks. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Checking in with the Rebels head coach. He said this is a crucial game on the road against a quality opponent. It means so much. Not only the college football playoff rankings, strength of schedule, and everything that goes into a matchup like this. This is the biggest challenge so far in their season. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. And the Ducks ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Lacey. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain.
When you go on the road, man, oh man, you love hearing the crowd. But more importantly, you love shutting the crowd up. There's no better feeling than coming out, getting that juice going, getting that confidence going, and getting that running game going right at them and gashing them right out the gates.
Fires to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Gill. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Looking for a crease. It's Lacey. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Caught near the sticks. It's Alexander. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. And the Rebels will snap it on 1st and 10. The run inside. It's Lacey.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense, like getting them in more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Just feeds the running back. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
This opening drive has been all offense. Really good job, nice scripted plays, taking advantage, strung together a nice series. But here's all that matters for defense. We don't even care about yards anymore. Can I keep him out of the end zone? Great job right here. Step up, get a stop, force him either to kick a field goal or get no points, and this drive is still a success.
This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. He's got it and still on his feet. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Rebels!
I don't know how many people expected this to happen, playing on the road in this environment against a better opponent, but they showed tremendous poise on the opening drive. Nice execution. They score the touchdown. That was big time.
And he added the extra point. Coming out with it, it's Hill. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. On the run, it's Davison. Fights off the defender. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Rides to the back. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
I think one of the biggest keys in stopping these big physical running backs is you can never let them get momentum running downhill, and I think that was a big factor on that play. They didn't get him right away. He was able to break a tackle, but he couldn't get the speed going, and as a result, he's going backwards. That's a big TFL for the defense.
Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Running inside, it's Lacey. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be.
Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
And that's absolutely going to be one of the keys to this football game. Keep the rabbit in the cage, man. Don't let him get outside that pocket, start bouncing out wide. That's where he'll do a lot of his damage with all that speed.
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. On 4th down, going to the air. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive.
And that's why as quarterbacks you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching you. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. He'll try the left side. There he goes. Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a 1st down. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. Let's take a look at the numbers through the 1st quarter. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. They've got a 1st down here to open the period. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
On the ground, it's Davison. 5-yard gain on that play. It'll be 3rd and 5.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Quarterback making adjustments. On the draw, it's Davison. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. They'll run for it. Hard running there. There's a crease. The tag. Touchdown, Oregon. This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone.
And I'm kind of surprised surprised. That's his first rush of the football game, and they give him the football, and you see why this dude is a baller. Like, give him the ball, he can make people miss, and he can hit home runs, put points on the scoreboard really quickly. Jesse, one touch, one touchdown.
Yeah, and I think the offensive coordinator now is kind of hoping he probably scripted this game a little bit differently. He should have done it on the first drive. We didn't give him any touches, but he's now earned a lot more carries. You're going to see this guy get force-fed now the rest of the game after that run.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. On the run, it's Lacey. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They feed him again. Oh, he's got some space. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge game? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Keeps it on the option. Picks up the first down. He slides down, and he's got enough to convert the 2nd and short.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the first down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs. Nice job running the option, knowing where the first down marker is.
Trying to make magic with his feet. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line. Warp speed for 2nd down. Running into the open space. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. And the Rebels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Soften him up with a run. Now to throw. Finds his big tight end. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
And, man, guys, we talked about this guy coming into the game, right? He is good, and he can catch the football. He can make plays. That's his first target on the day. And I think the defense is just as surprised as we are, but the offense definitely got to get this guy more involved.
From the red zone, it's Lacey. Here's a little. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Rebels.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution in the drive by that offense.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Fielded in the end zone. It's Davison. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Looking for space, it's Davison. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24. The Ducks are in the hurry-up.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He can be dangerous with the ball in his hands with no room to return that pick, and they'll go on offense from the 21. Back to the ground game on the left. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Great play by the defense there. And listen, they got to do more of this. Running backs obviously had a lot of success. They got to continue to stop this run game, be physical, and not let this guy beat him.
Looking down the middle. Caught. Could Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. The big fellas coming out in the goal line defense. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And, David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Davison. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. They'll run it to the right. Found a little bit of running room on that one, but he's brought down and the clock continues to run. The Ducks signal for their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. 6-yard pickup on 1st down. Leaves them with 2nd and 4. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll try the left side. Not a lot of room to work. He made sure that football was secured. It'll be 3rd down. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They make the stop. It'll be 4th down. The defense does have a timeout to use if they want to try to put up points before the half. He'll put total leather and get this second half started. He'll bring it out. It's Davison. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the 3rd quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring game.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here will be huge. You're down, obviously, at the half. You had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. On the ground, it's Price. Breaks the tackle. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. They'll try to power their way ahead. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. Might be changing the route. Needs it to keep this drive alive. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the 1st down. They'll mark it right at midfield.
How nice is it to have a running back with this guy's skill set, right? That's not a guaranteed give-me 4th down conversion either, but still, they trust in him to find the crease and keep this drive alive.
The Ducks are moving quickly down the field. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. They They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. They'll go right back to it. Finding some room. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And another nice gain by the offense. All right, defense, we got to change something up here. They're putting a big drive together, play after play, having a lot of success. How do we break the rhythm? How do we give them something that can create a tackle for a loss or a sack or something to get momentum back on my side?
This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. On the move, it's Hill. Fighting off the defender. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
That's just a really nice job by the running back, making the first guy miss and going to get positive yards. This guy's got some wiggle. You saw it on that play.
And the Ducks pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Run in the red zone, it's Hill. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The give to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going back.
Turning it on! And he gets it right on the cusp, maybe a few pebbles short of a first down in that football. I see the closed fist from the ref. It'll be 4th down.
What an unbelievable effort that time by the running back. Great vision and showing off his speed. And now with that big gain, he puts his head coach in a position where he's going to have to make a decision here what he wants to do on 4th and short.
Oh, the defense moved in there too quickly. You think it's never going to work until it does, and that'll be a first down. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And the defense was anxious to get off the ball quickly. Instead, it's just a little bit closer for the offense. The give to the left side. He's going for the goal line. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. The Ducks moving quickly to the line. They'll keep it on the ground to the left, stiffing the goal line. And he's in! Touchdown, Ducks!
And the running back gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
Getting aggressive here and going for 2. Powers forward. He's brought down, not even close to the goal line, and that 2-point conversion attempt goes awry. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Lacey. Crosses the 30 to the 31 on a 6-yard pickup. The Rebels in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They got him to jump. The defense got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a first down. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. They go back to work in the final period of this one. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Showed off just about every move in the book, except the forward move. Stopped for a short gain. Time is on their side, and they're going to wind that play clock all the way down. The give as they work on that clock. And he'll be smacked to the ground.
And after taking a loss on that last run, a little bit of pressure right now for this offense on their own side of the field. They've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but this is a critical third down that they have to convert. They don't want to give the ball back to put the pressure on their own defense.
They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. The Rebels will line it up on 1st and 10. Handoff for Frazier. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
This offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. Runs for the tackle. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
I think if you're offense here, the game boils down to this one play on third down with the lead late. If you get the first down, that's ball game. There's not enough time left for the defense to get it back and go march down the field. So let's dial up our best play offensively. Let's make sure our best players are touching the football.
They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. The Ducks signal for their first timeout. Gives them a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. The decision to go for it does not pan out.
That is how you rise to the occasion late in the game. Your defense had to come up big, had to get the offense the football back. They're trailing by a little bit now. Let's go make this thing even more special. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34.
Making side adjustments here. The run inside. It's Davison.
And you got to bang a timeout right here. You've got 2 left. After running the football, save as many seconds as you can to give yourself an opportunity to come back and win this game.
Bring in the heat. Get it out on the screen. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Using his legs, it's Davison. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set.
The name of the game right now is getting yards and getting them in chunks. However you want to do that. I'm fine running the football, but you've got to be more productive than what we've seen on these last 2 plays.
On target to the left. Breaks free and he might be gone. Touchdown, Ducks! Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
Well, it's a great job getting the touchdown. Obviously, now you've got to go for 2. You've got to dial up your best 2-point play to try to tie this thing with only seconds to go.
A gargantuan moment here as they try to tie it up late with the 2-point conversion. Dante Moore. Working that left side now. He's not going to make it in as this defense comes up with the stop on the 2-point conversion to hold on to their lead. Just over 30 seconds to play. They'll line up for the onside kick, and they've got to get it to have a shot. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And the offense is content with where it is. They'll take a knee. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. And it looks as if the offense will just take a knee. Not all close games are created equal, but this one, man, what a ride. A matchup between a couple of ranked teams, and certainly it was a memorable one.
No doubt about it. I think there were a lot of eyeballs watching this game, not just fans of these two teams, but people maybe outside of conference affiliation.
Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. It's the Oregon Ducks and the Alabama Crimson Tide. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
Guys, when I walk out onto the grass here at Saban Field, this is one of the most iconic places in all of college sports. When Bryant-Denny is good, it's one of the most dynamic home field crowds. They are so excited to welcome back their Crimson Tide, and they are really loud early in this pregame. I'll keep you posted on how loud, how crazy, and how frenetic it gets here for the Crimson Tide. Back to you.
All right, Holly. The Ducks headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Tide will have to call their first timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful...
Makes the grab in their space. That one can really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo.
He's loose. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with a 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Could be an alley. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down. And listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
And just an awesome job by that defender on that play. Great awareness, and he had his eyes on the quarterback, so he saw the ball thrown, and as such, he was able to go and swat it away.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Breaks into the open. He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6. Alabama pushing the tempo. A first down run in the red zone. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. No running room at all, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. It's 3rd and goal. Austin Mack fires into the end zone. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains.
Ready.
4th down, Austin Mack. Touchdown, Bama! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And I love the aggressiveness early. Love that they went for it on 4th down. They punch it in. They get the 7. And here's the thing, Palmer. I love the aggressiveness. When you start to get those goal-to-goal situations, the defense now, even if they get a stop, they got to go the whole length of the field against my squad. Love people that go for touchdowns instead of field goals down here.
Well, I think the offensive line also helps the head coach make that call, knowing that he can trust these guys to get it done. These guys are battle-tested. A lot of these players have been in big games and played in big moments. So here you are early in this situation. Let's roll the dice. Let's capitalize on this and trust those big fellas to get it done.
This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Looking for space, it's Davison. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10.
It really shows you his skills on that last run, and I feel like today, if you're a running back at Oregon, you are expected to be explosive. You're not going to be a guy that goes in between the tackles and gains 3 yards, and that's okay. I feel like now, today, because of all the great running backs they've had here recently, if you get into the 2nd level, you're expected to go to the house. This guy has that kind of skill.
That back had nowhere to go. Defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebacker swarming in, coming in and making a...
Maybe some room here. Smashes through the tackle. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Oregon! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
And that is exactly what they wanted to see. They talked about bolstering their speed at the running back spot. They said this guy could do it. And you get a good glimpse of it early in this football game. Palmer, there's one thing to talk about speed. It's another thing to talk about speed. And that guy takes off, erases some angles, and makes the big play early.
It's so true, David. There's so many really good running backs in the country that can make people miss, but when we see them get into the 2nd level, they always get caught. This guy is a little bit different. And now if you're on defense, that's a big alert. You know, hey, if we don't tackle him, if linebackers miss him, if safeties miss him, and this guy gets in the 2nd level, he is taking it to the house. There's a lot of pressure now in this defense to tackle.
On the move from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Looking for a gap. It's Hill. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you could turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. They go right back to him. There he goes. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line.
949 Rockstar. 949 Rockstar.
They'll run it. It's Riley. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up second and 10. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Handoff to the lone back. Hard-hitting tackle. Alabama quickly back to the line. Mack from the gun on third down. Finds his big tight end. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. Alabama facing fourth down as we open play here in the second quarter.
Switch it.
Going for the marker on the ground. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
Opposite.
They'll try to get it in with the run. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at second and goal. Trying to pound it in. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
Unsuccessful second down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively to try to have success on third down?
The screen, he's got wheels. He stopped short of the sticks. They're still in field goal range if they choose to kick it here.
Well, the offense is trying to get a big-time playmaker the ball out in space quickly with the wide receiver screen, but the defense is having none of it.
They've already converted one fourth down on this drive, but this the defining one. Fourth and goal. Whistle sounds, but they get the timeout called just before the delay of game. They're down to one timeout left in the half. They've converted on fourth down once, but here's the big one. Fourth and goal. Mack. He wants it all. Touchdown time. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And I think this is really the separators in good offense and great offense. Can you throw the football inside the 5-yard line with the tight windows? He can. Nice strike, nice catch, nice execution.
He'll bring it out. It's Davison. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. He might want another play. Takes the handoff. It's Davison. Give him 9 on that one. Sets up a 2nd and 1. Nine-yard pickup on 1st down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. He's got it again. Might have a chance. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Ducks come to the line in the hurry-up.
Really nice run there, picking up the 1st down. Now they're right back up to the line of scrimmage, ready to go again.
They'll keep it on the ground to the right. Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the play before he's finally stopped, and that carries us into the break and the final 2 minutes coming. The Ducks will snap it on 1st and 10. Going with the ground game left. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. Got 3 on 1st down and 2nd and 7. Motion from the wide receiver. Running inside, it's Davison. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play, clock running. Quarterback making checks. Moore from the gun on 3rd down. They're working that left side. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets them a 1st at the 29. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And of course he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
The give to the tailback. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Right back to the well. Got a little grass. Got enough space. Touchdown, Ducks. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Every coach in the country talks about finishing half strong. Man, how about that? You get the touchdown, a chance to tie this game up and take all the momentum into halftime.
Extra point here will tie the game. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. They put together an 81-yard drive, and he capped it off with a 27-yard touchdown run. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Leaves it with the back. Turning it on! He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here. Now the Tide uses its 3rd and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Throwing Mack. Looking left. Pulls it in. It's Rodgers. He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line.
And on that play, great job by the receiver working his way through the traffic in the middle of the field. That's a crossing route. It's going to take him a couple seconds to get all the way to the other side of the field, but really nice awareness by him, making the catch, coming up with a big play.
Unleashes it on the run. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
Yeah, nice coverage, and you'd like to snag that interception, but there's always a reason why these thoroughbred athletes play defense. It's usually because of their lack of hands, like you just saw.
Scanning the field, it's Mack. He's not afraid to go deep. And it's a pick. No, he's out of bounds. Couldn't stay in bounds after catching the ball. It's simply an incomplete pass. Ready to start the second half. Alabama will kick it off. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the third. Breaks into the open. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Throwing more. Setting up the screen. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking by these linemen and the wide receivers as they rip off that explosive play.
They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Might be calling a hot route. Moore to the air. Trying to get behind the defense. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
This quarterback has been struggling to find a rhythm in this game so far. Didn't have a ton of success in the first half, so here he is trying to ignite the offense with a deep shot, but they're not able to come away with the completion.
Deadlock here in the third quarter. It's 2nd and 10. The give, it's Davison, and they'll knock him down.
And nice job by the defense. A draw is kind of a trick, get you to run upfield, but they sniffed it out, did a great job, stopped the play for no gain.
Right back to him on the ground. Nothing doing again. A third straight stop behind the line of scrimmage. The Ducks will punt this one away. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. And the punt will hit at the 1, just a little too far for them to be able to down it. It'll be a touchback and come out to the 20. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Trying to get the edge on the toss. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24. Alabama pushing the tempo.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line. Fairly manageable distance here on 3rd down from the 27. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield. Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long.
Now. Move it. Hawkeye.
He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Snags it, and he's open. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Unloads quickly. There he goes. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the 1st down. Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another 1st down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hill.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Austin Mack. Looking for a huge play. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Mack. Here comes the heat. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
You don't get a lot of chances like that in games, guys. Take shots downfield, and when you get open, you got to finish the play, and the wideout's going to wish he had that one back.
They're going to stay aggressive and leave the offense out there on 4th down again. Mack. Finds him out of the backfield. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. On the run, it's Riggs. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. And the Ducks will hustle to the line.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going.
He's loose down the left side. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Ducks! And with that, they've got the lead here in the 2nd half. This defense not only searching for answers, they're still searching for that running back.
And searching for angles. My goodness, this dude, he runs so fast, he erases angles. People trying to catch him, they didn't realize how much burners he had. He kicked it in gear, and there was no getting it.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished it with a long run for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Scott. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. for one more snap before the end of the quarter. They go to the draw. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the third. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. So the final period starts with a second down play.
Ready? White, 29, white, 29.
Throwing, Mack. Unloads to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on...
He wants to go deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down.
And the defense is playing with a sense of urgency right now. Obviously, they're playing with the lead. They know this offense needs to find a way to generate points, expecting a shot on that last play, so nice job in coverage.
It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on fourth down. Austin Mack throws for the tight end. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
We're at a juncture of the game now here in the fourth quarter. One possession game. Every critical down and distance is going to matter. And on that fourth down, the defense gets the win. Great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion and a turnover on downs.
The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. And after that stop by the defense, a productive drive here, a couple of first downs, maybe a score, and they could put this thing away. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
And every coach in America has a plan for this situation. The first 4 minutes of the game, the last 4 minutes of the game. How I'm going to construct my offense. Most of the time, I got to be physical. Run the football like right here. Run that clock. Get a few first downs, and I can end this football game on offense.
They want that clock to run. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. They give it to him again. He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back. They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on fourth down. Tries to get it on the ground. And nothing doing on the ground. This defense having none of it and stopping him on fourth down.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on fourth down and you decide to run the football, you got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
The run inside. It's Hill. just a pickup of a couple out to the 15-yard line. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. From the gun to give, looking for room. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Alabama needs just a few inches here on 3rd down. A quick completion to the left, looking for the 1st down. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line.
These 2-minute situations are what every quarterback dreams of, right? It doesn't matter what's happened in the game up to this point. You've got a situation, you've got an opportunity now where you can drive your offense down the field, down by 1 score late in the game, and score a touchdown to steal this thing and win it. This is what playing the position is all about.
Mack. Pocket breaking down. The throw. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
And obviously, guys, this drive is critical. You're down, you've got to score. So with a couple of timeouts in your pocket, man, like, that changes the whole dynamic of this 2-minute drill. Like, I can work the whole field. And here coming up on 3rd down, man, don't be scared to do that. Don't be scared to run it. Don't be scared to throw a screen to get some yardage to get a 1st down.
What a fantastic job by the defense that time, forcing the incompletion. They've got the lead late, setting up 4th down. Can they come up with one more stop? If they get it, they might win this game.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down.
Bender.
Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Unloads it left. Hauls it in easily enough for the 1st down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
All right, 4th quarter now, you're trailing, and the sense of urgency has to go up for everybody right now. At quarterback and wide receiver, you're going to have to hit some of these throws, David, to get back in this game.
Yeah, and when you got the lead on the other side, defense just, I'm playing tight coverage, making them earn it. I want that clock to tick, and that was a really good play by the offense. Pretty good coverage by the defense, but I got to make them earn it all the way down the field.
So now it's 2nd and long. Throwing, Mack. Trying to burn this defensive back. Intercepted deep in his own end. He'll try to take it back. He's inside the 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Oregon. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
Man, what a play by this defense. You're trying to get the ball back to your offense, trying to salt this game away and get the win. Not only do you create the turnover, you get the touchdown. Now you take a 2-score lead late in this ball game. This defense just stepped up in a big moment.
In the red area, it's Riggs. Into the end zone for the 2-point conversion as they extend the lead. Coming out with it, it's Rodgers. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. They'll put this one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. Running inside, it's Hill. Oh, it's a fumble. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And the defense is able to go out and shut the door. They put the clamps down. They've got a big lead, and with that fumble, they're going to win the game. You've got to give this defense credit for finishing.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes if you do choose to rub a...
Oh, he's got some space. He's at the 10. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
This is a pretty easy situation for the offense right here, guys. We need one play. We need one run up front. O-line, we need you to come through for us and ice this game. They do a great job allowing that back to pick up the first.
Yeah, it's just physicality up front. The big boys creating some space because the defense knew what was going on. They have to get a stop here or this football game is over. A lot of guys near the line of scrimmage, they can't get it done, and it is over.
They'll run it in the red zone. It's Riggs. Touchdown, Ducks! And the beatdown has ensued.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. On the run from inside his own 5. He's tackled, brought down right at the 25-yard line on the return. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Austin Mack shoots it to the left. Pulls it in. It's Jenkins. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. Timeout is called with just a single second left. And after this play, the cake will be baked.
Here we go. Ready. Blue 22.
Looking downfield, it's Mack. Grabbed over the middle, it's Rodgers. They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make